out here enjoying a beautiful weather today. It is like a high of 83 in July, which is unheard of usually this time of year. Last year I think we had 40 days over 100, and this year I think we've had 4. So we're out here enjoying the cool weather, and we are starting some seeds for our fall CSA flower subscriptions. So let me show you what we've got going today. Okay, I've got all my seed trays loaded up. We are loading 9 trays of seeds, which is 9 times 130, 128. That's a lot. So we're starting 1,200 seeds today, and then we have more plug trays coming. I have, I don't know, another 15 or so plug trays coming that will come in September. So I like to start seeds because then I can get the exact varieties that I want. And then if I can't get the exact varieties I want, I can order plug trays in as well. So, and also I'm not super confident in my seed starting. We've had struggles with starting seeds. So I have plug trays coming just as insurance too. So these will be started now. They'll go out into the garden. It's the end of July. These will go out into the garden mid-August. And then we have plug trays coming the beginning of September. So let's show you what we're planting. So today we are planting a round of snapdragons. So these are Madam Butterfly snapdragons. I don't know which ones these are. I don't know. So we've got 2 different types of snapdragons. We've got some asters. We're doing some kind of late summer planting too. Our last frost date's not till December. Our first frost date is not till December 15th. So we've got plenty of time. We have some asters, souffle light pink, which I already planted some of this, but it didn't take very well because I direct seeded it. So I'm hoping to get some in the ground, or get some started in trays and do well. This is crane white kale. So this is not an eating kale, it's a flowering kale. So that'll be really pretty in fall bouquets. And then we have Pro Cut White Light. I'm starting these for a friend's daughter's wedding. So these are sunflowers. They're a white sunflower. So this will be her wedding September 26th or 27th. Today's July 25th. So this is 60 days out. These are 50 to 60 day sunflowers. So I think that's good timing to get those for that wedding. Then we have some Cracker Jack mixed marigolds. These will be good for Day of the Dead, garlands and flower arrangements in October, November. And then we're doing a couple different zinnias. We're just doing another late succession of zinnias. Zinnias love the heat. And again, we don't get really cool most of the time. This year's weather is weird. We don't really get cool until like November. So this will be plenty of time for the zinnias. I'm doing these orange ones. They're called Macarena, to do an, October, November flower arrangements. And then we have apricot stock, Cat's apricot stock. I didn't love my stock in the spring. We're going to try it in the fall. I've heard that it's okay it's an okay fall planted. And all of these seeds, most of these seeds have been in my fridge. So they've had a cool period already. We're going to try fall planting them. And then we have a bunch of straw flower. I've got different colors. Cranberry rose. This is a choice mix. I've got some yellow. Straw flowers. Straw flowers we're going to use we're going to make some ornaments and put them inside of those too. So different kinds of straw flowers. Oh, and then I have, this is Foxglove digitalis apricot beauty. We're going to try it. Tiny little seeds. So let's see. Tiny, you can barely see the seeds in there, but we're going to try it. Supposedly that's, I don't know, a lot of seeds, but so I've loaded up my seed trays with, I've already filled them with the soil. I mix my soil here. I mix it in here. I load it. It's kind of like, you can see the soil is kind of like a cake batter. This is a little bit wet, but it's okay. It's probably a little bit wet. Well, and then this is the bottom part, which is always a little bit wetter. But you want it where it kind of sticks together. You shouldn't drip that much water out of it. Where it sticks together so that the seeds get plenty of moisture. Okay, we're going to do the sunflowers first because I want to make sure they get them in the ground because they need to get going because I'm on a strict timeline with those. So you can see this tray that I am going to put the sunflowers in. I didn't fill it up as far because sunflowers get buried pretty deep. So I'm going to put them in the tray, I'll push them down inside, and then I'll top it off with more soil. This is 250 seeds. I was going to do 2 trays, but I think what I'll do is do 1 tray and to put 2 seeds per plug. For my mess over here, it's all my seeds, my plant pots, but they're all covered in cobwebs and stuff. I need to get out here and clean them up. The cobwebs are never ending around here. And you can see they have got like branches that have fallen and stuff. All right, so we're going to start the sunflowers first. Again, these are Pro-Cut White. Pro-Cut sunflowers don't have pollen. So when you bring them into your house, they're not going to shed pollen all over everything. And especially if you're using them for arrangements, like bridal arrangements, you want those because you don't want yellow pollen all over the bride's dress. That would be a disaster. So we use Pro-Cut sunflowers for the most part. I do plant other sunflowers in our fields and use them for other stuff, but for wedding arrangements, you definitely want to be using Pro-Cuts. So I just put them all in the tray, and then I'm going to go through and push them down with my fingers. I'm doing one to 2 seeds per hole or plug because I have 250 seeds, 128 holes, so I don't have quite enough for 2 per. But I hate when I have empty plugs if something doesn't germinate, and so I want to make sure that we have extra in each plug. And some people say to pre-sprout your sunflower seeds. I don't do that. Sunflowers germinate pretty easily, and they're one seed I can actually grow pretty well. So I'm not going to do that. I just am planting them. I don't like to take more steps than are necessary to get the work done. Which I will say, this is only my second time planting large quantities of seeds because I'm a first-year flower farmer. And filling the trays and all of that went much smoother. I'm getting a system down, which I'm a big systems person in my other life, but the flower farm is also new that I'm just now figuring out what systems I need and what to put in place. So after this, I'm going to start writing down what we do to start seeds, when we start seeds, so that we can get a better rhythm on our farm in place. I have to tell you guys, this weather is absolutely amazing. We have had the most glorious summer. I think we've only had maybe 2, 3, 4 days above 100, which is unheard of for us. I already said last year I think we had 40 days over 100 last summer. In July we had 17 in a row or something. It was brutal last year, but this year has just been so nice. Today it's supposed to be a high of 85. Yet we had a thunder and lightning storm the other day, which for us we don't have those, especially in the summer. And some people got rain, which we never get. We usually stop raining in May and don't get rain again until October. So I don't know, hopefully everybody's saying, I hope it doesn't mean that we're in for a brutal August. But even if we are, it's short-lived. I can handle a hot August if we don't have to deal with it all summer long. And because we've had water issues, always, it's helped the flowers not just be completely dying. I don't know what I'd do if we were having brutal heat and water issues and flowers weren't getting watered. It would be a mess, because I've been hand watering a lot of flowers just to keep stuff alive. We're on a gravity-fed irrigation system from a neighborhood shared party line, and the water has been really filthy this year. Our PG&E, our electric company, is doing work on a lake. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not letting as much water out of the lake, or they're letting too much. I don't know. Anyway, they've cut back our water by 30%, so that makes it really dirty. So the water coming in has been coming in like mud, so everything's getting clogged up. Our valves are clogged. the drip lines are clogged, and then half the time they're cutting off water. They don't give us the water that we're supposed to be getting. They've reduced the water that we get by 30%, but then also they've been getting, even there's a lot of days that they'll be cutting off water, either for canal work or whatever. So it's been pretty frustrating. I think what we have to do is we're going to put in a pump to pump off of our pond, which supposedly that helps filter the water. The water, you take it out of the center of the pond, you know, put the pipe down into the center of the pond, and then rather than it being like at the bottom or the top. And so that kind of naturally filters the water, and then you can control, the pump just pumps it off. So then when you lose water pressure, it just pumps out of there. So this is way more. Use the guinea fowl. I have like a little small handful of seeds left, so I'm just putting some extras in some of these that maybe only got one or got, just put some extra in there. If I have to tease them apart and plant them, I will. Plant them separately, because there's like not enough to put in a new tray, but okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, and I'm just gonna, with my 2 fingers, I'm just gonna push the seeds down into the plug, and then we'll cover them with more soil. And we're going to take soil and put it on top of the tray. Good. I'm recording.
Okay. Do music overlay.
I will. How's it going? Do we have a lot that we're supposed to be getting done today?
I have stuff I want to do that's fun, but I need to have to do them first.
Yeah, where are the kids?
They're inside the garage playing. The popsicle. I got the door.
Okay. All right. So sunflowers are done. Oh, we need to label them. That's the part I always forget, and then I can never remember what I planted. So I forget to label them. Where'd my marker go? Pro Cut White Sunflower, full tray labeled. And then when we put them in the under the grow lights, I'll put the domes over the top of them. Where am I going to put all these? I think I can stack them up here. I'm going to do the stalk next. So this one is just 1/4 of an inch deep. So we're going to just kind of lay them on top. Oh, they're all falling out. And then just sprinkle some soil over the top of them. Problem with these are little tiny seeds, and if your hands are wet, all the seeds will stick to them. So. So the stalk seeds, little tiny seeds. And again, I have 250 of these seeds, so I'm just going to do 1 tray and do 2 seeds per plug. Hopefully that's what it will come out to be. You can use they say a tip of a pencil to get the seeds and do so that you get exactly, you know, 1 seed per plug. I don't do that. It's 250. They seem to always have extra seeds. So even if you get 3 in a hole, you'll have enough for some extra. Again, I did stock in the spring. I didn't love it. Well, first of all, I didn't net it, so then it was like flopping all over the place, which I've learned. I have to have netting. I was trying to not use netting in the garden for a lot of reasons. First of all, it makes it a pain to harvest from. Second of all, it's a pain to put up and to have in the garden. Second of all, it's just one more thing that is plastic that just gets, it will get thrown away eventually because it's just not, it doesn't last that long. A couple of seasons is all you get out of it. So I was just trying to not use it, but I think this year I figured out there's certain crops you have to use it on, stock being one of them, snapdragons being another. My snapdragons, none of them were straight. They were just a big mess. So I'll have to get some netting up when I put these out. Speaking of snapdragons, my snapdragons all got really bad rust. So I need to pull them out. I was hoping that if you can overwinter your snapdragons, you get a much better crop on them your second year. You get them earlier, they get bigger. You know, having that more robust root system on them helps a lot. But I'm gonna have to pull out almost all of my snaps. They all have some rust on them. So that's a big bummer. So like I said, 128 plugs. This was supposed to be 250 seeds. I definitely did more than 2 per cell, and I have lots of extra seeds, so just add them, sprinkle them around. Oh, there are a few extra seeds in here. I thought I heard them when they fell. I'm just gonna stick them here. Stock, cat's apricot. Oh, this is a 1/4 of an inch deep. So this one I'm not going to, I need to, this one my soil's a little bit too wet, so I'm going to add some dry soil to my mix, put over the top. I don't want to be putting that wet of soil on top of the seeds. So for seed starting soil, I use ProMix, ProMix BX it's called. And the best place I have found to get it is at Ace Hardware, which is kind of a funny place, I think. This is a funny store to me. So I get it at Ace Hardware. They don't have it in stock all the time, but if you order it online and pick it up at the store, you don't have to pay shipping. So I do that because it's 60-pound bag, so the shipping on it, if you look online, the shipping on it is usually like $50, which is how much the mix costs itself. So I just order it and ship to the store and then go pick it up. Or if I'm in the store, I just order a bag of it. Okay, we're gonna do our zinnias next because I want to make sure that I get them in the ground. I don't know, I counted everything out and made enough trays from enough seed packets, but you just never know if it's going to work out right. So these, we're going to do the Macarena zinnias first. They're the orange ones. These are, I think it said, I think zinnias are 65 days. That pack doesn't have it on there. Johnny's always has the days on it. I don't have it either. I don't know how many days they are. I think zinnias are 65 to 70, which would put us October. But, so, a little bit late. I should have planted these a little bit earlier in the season. But that's okay. I think we'll still be okay timing-wise. With the heat, they love the heat. And so with the warm weather, I think they'll germinate pretty quick. Zinnias are another one that you can direct seed, but I have not been doing that. I have been doing that, and I've not had luck with them this summer because of our water issues. So we're starting them in trays. They will germinate for me in the ground. They just are very spotty because of the water. So in order to get more full beds and not have empty spots, which I have right now and it's making me crazy, we're going to just start these in the trays. And again, these are similar to sunflowers. You don't plant them as deep, but I'm using a tray that has, you can see that they're not completely full with soil, so that then there'll be plenty of room for me to come through and put in soil on top. It's kind of nice right now. July is a busy month for flower farmers. Everything's in full bloom. We had our CSA going. Our CSA has been done. Our summer CSA has been done for, this week was our first week without it on during the week. So it's nice to be able to take the time to do these extra chores that I haven't had time to do. I haven't been planting seeds. I usually plant seeds every Saturday, and I haven't been because I've been busy harvesting and doing stuff with what's already in the garden. So, and the timing wasn't right. I was like, if I plant in June, I'm going to have seeds in, I'm going to have a lot of sunflowers in August. I don't need sunflowers in August per se. Our CSA doesn't start until mid-September, after Labor Day, after everybody's back in school, we'll start it. And then we have so I just didn't need a bunch of sunflowers coming in then. So it works out okay, but all right. I seem to always pack a lot of extra seeds. This is only supposed to be 100 seeds. I have 2 in each hole, and I'm going to fill up a whole tray with them. Which is why I was like, okay, let's figure out what we're going to do first to see what I for sure I'm going to get in trays. Because I only have enough lights for, I only have enough lights for 9 trays. So I got to prioritize what I really want. All right, so that's all of the zinnias. So we're just going to top it off with soil. When you're topping them off with soil, you don't really want to drag the soil across the top of the seeds, like I am. You need to be careful when you're doing it so that the seeds don't go into, they don't get dragged all over the tray. You just have to be careful of that. we're not going to do these zinnias right now. Let's do the marigolds. I think I could probably, this package has already, oh, I don't know, there's a lot of seeds in here. This package has been opened, but I think that it will have, I don't think it will fill up a whole tray, so I think I can share a tray with marigolds and zinnias. And these are not like your marigolds that you see at your normal garden center. These are huge zinnias. They're called a Cracker Jack mix. They get 30 inches tall with great big double bloom heads. So that's kind of fun. So these seeds marigolds are one that are super easy to save seeds from as well. So hopefully this year I'll be able to save some seeds and not have to buy seeds all the time. They're also one that's easy to germinate and direct sow if you can keep them watered. Growing up, my grandpa would tell me just to take off the seed heads, the flowers that had gone to seed, and just spread them around on the ground. And so I used to do that just in my landscaping, because then they just grow. They just come back next year. The other thing I'm doing this for is I don't want to be saving seeds for another year. Some of these seeds are already a year older than they should be. You're not supposed to save seeds. Some of them you can save for a long time. But really they're supposed to be planted the year that you buy them. Some, if they're pelleted, you can't save them at all and you have to plant them that year. But so I'm kind of just wanting to get rid of my seeds and make sure that I'll have all fresh seeds for next season. So I'm kind of just getting these all, using up all my seeds, which is why I'm starting a lot of different varieties right now. Sirens going by. We don't have sirens go by here very often. That's weird. We are going to take up a whole tray with marigolds too. I still have some seed left in the package. My tray's almost full, so. Again, you just want to go through and kind of push them down, not as far as the sunflowers, but you just want to push them down a little bit, get them into their good connection with the soil. And then we're going to cover them up with about 1/4 of an inch of soil on top. I always make my soil, and I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not, but I always keep my soil a little bit above the tray because it's going to settle. I do pack it down, but then I always just keep it. It's okay if it's a little bit above the individual plugs. That's how I do it. So, because I'm going to water these in as well when we're done. So, we need... there's a spider. If you let the tray, drop the tray like that, it kind of gets the soil to settle in a little bit. All right, now we're going to do the kale. if you're transplanting it or if you're direct sowing it, and then you have it 4 to 6 weeks before you plant it out. So this will go out 4 to 6 weeks, would be end of August, which will be good. It'll be hopefully cooling down a little bit by then. These are like little grains of seed. Again, 250 seeds in here, so we're going to just do 2 per hole. I make sure to go back and forth, that way. I do 2 at a time and back and forth. That way I know where I am, because these seeds, like, they're so tiny, you can't see where they are. You can kind of, if you look, you'll kind of find a seed here and there, but it's hard. So in order to not lose track of where you are, when I do, sometimes I do veer off of the wrong direction, and then I always lose track. I always have to go back and just add extra seeds, but I try not to do that. I'm excited for this one, this kale and the bouquets. I think it'll be really pretty as a greenery in the bouquets. It's kind of a flower on it, but it's also adds the green, which I'm struggling with green this year in our bouquets. I don't have a whole lot of greenery. Again, we have lots of extra seeds, so. What, baby? What, sweetheart?
Where are you?
I've been right here. Where were you?
I was on the ground.
I didn't go anywhere.
Do you have anything that I can stand up on?
Is there a stool in there?
On the door?
You can go find one.
Is there on the door?
Alright, we are going to do the snapdragons now. This is the Madam Butterfly snapdragon. I want to show you this. So these are, snapdragon seeds are super tiny. This little tiny packet is 500 seeds. So you can also buy snapdragon seeds like this, where they're pelleted. See how they're yellow? They've got something that they put around the seeds so that you can see the individual seeds, which is nicer, but when they're like this, you have to use them that year. So I'm going to use these ones first, so that we can get them used up, and then we'll use the other ones second. And these ones are one that I am not good about separating out because they're just so tiny. I probably should use a pencil, but I'm not going to. These, you can see those are the little tiny pelleted seeds. Snapdragons are a good reseeder too. If you leave them in your beds, they'll come back next year from seed. And snapdragons you sow for the sow, so we're not going to cover these up. When I surface sow seeds, I then put vermiculite on top of the soil. The vermiculite helps hold the moisture in place so that they make sure that they stay moist until they get some roots going on. So these are the snapdragon seeds that are not pelleted. You can see they are tiny, 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 like smaller than little pieces of pepper. Don't do it yet. Let me see. I'm going to move this down for you guys so that you can do it down below and not.
I need that too.
So this one you have to, these seeds you have to make sure you're following your order pattern, or you'll never know where they go.
How about you find your own store? There's not enough room.
These ones, because they're so tiny, I'm just sprinkling in the hole. I don't care if there's one in per hole or not. Seeds are fairly inexpensive, and so it's like, don't push them into the dirt.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Just put them on top, sweetheart.
Okay.
Okay, don't push them in.
So that I can grow?
Yep. Okay. So this is so these ones are surface sown, so we're going to put the vermiculite on top, which is what Annie's doing. We're just going to take this
And then sprinkle it.
and sprinkle it on top. And this helps keep the moisture.
Nice and flat. This one?
Yep. Okay, Annie, that's good, sweetheart. No more.
This one over here?
Yep.
What's this one?
I told Annie no more.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We're down to 3 trays left. I think I'm going to do the aster. I think we're going to do the aster. I think we have enough days left for it, and I don't have any of this that's really done well growing. So I'd like to try some. So, watch out, baby. You know what you can plant, Annie? Do you want to plant some seeds in your fairy garden? There's a stool?
Yeah.
Okay. Joey, I don't think you need the stool. Why don't we put some seeds in your fairy garden? Why don't you guys get your fairy garden cleaned out? And let's plant some seeds in there and we can move it out into the garden.
Where's garden?
Well, we'll get some water and sunshine. Get it all cleaned out and how you want it, and then let's plant some sunflowers in it. Yeah, I've got sunflower seeds you could put in it. Get them out and put them in the way you want your fairy garden to look, and then we'll plant some seeds in it.
Are they gonna grow a tree?
No, not a tree, a flower.
So we done. It's done, Mommy.
Well, are you gonna put the things inside of it? Set up the bridge and the fairies and stuff how you want it to look. And then we'll we'll plant seeds. What?
Or like one thing and then
Yeah, like put the bridge, put the fairies or the stool or whatever you want in there so that it looks cute.
Mom, there's a stool. I want to help you, Mom.
No, you're gonna plant your own seeds, baby. Again, lots of extra seeds left over, so we're just gonna plant them in the tray and
They're not yours.
we're just gonna sprinkle the rest of them in the tray.
We just want it to look like this.
You don't want any. Put those things in there, and then we can plant some seeds.
Oh.
Whatever else you want in there.
Or like,
No, not that, Joey.
Why?
That's not, because that doesn't work.
what? Like this. Mom, that's this. And it's this. That I want. Okay,
So these ones you're supposed to bury 1/8 of an inch deep, which is hard to do. So I'm mixing vermiculite in with soil to give it the extra moisture to keep the seeds moist, but then it also covers them up as well.
Mom, does this look like pretty?
Yeah, that looks great.
Mommy, this one is dirty.
Yeah, that's okay. They can be dirty.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some seeds?
Yeah.
Want some sunflower seeds?
I want sunflower seeds. Can you plant some? Oh, you plant some? Can I have the seeds now?
Yep.
Okay. I'll help you.
No, go plant your own seeds, honey.
No.
I'm done over here.
I want you with it.
We need a tag for this.
I want to help you, Mom. Dad left me.
Okay, we are down to 2 trays. We're gonna do the zinnias. I have California Giants and Binary mix. We're gonna do those.
Mommy, I'm done.
And then we're gonna do straw flowers, and then we'll be done.
Oh, I am done.
You're done?
No, I'm
Do you wanna help?
Yeah.
I think you can help with these ones. Can you put 1 in each hole?
Yeah.
Put them in the holes? You have to hold the seeds. Here, I'll put the seeds right here for
I'm
you.
done.
This tray's gonna be a little bit off because we have little helpers. That's okay.
Mom, I want to have right here. Push.
Just a second. Just a second, Joey.
Mom, I got to push them down right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to push them down. I do. I do need to push them down. Mom, move now.
Okay, so we had some extra room in this tray, so we're gonna do California Giants,
Mommy.
and we're gonna do the ones that we opened, the zinnias, the agave. Let's get closer so you don't fall. Tammy, let him do these side. You do this side. Do these ones over here. No, don't push these ones. Just push where the seeds are. Here, Joey, let me. Those aren't in there yet. Let me put the seeds in there first.
I'll put them in.
No, I'm gonna put them in.
I'll
Here,
put them
okay,
in.
here. You can put some in.
Well, Mommy, we are best friends with Joey.
Oh, we're best friends? I love it. I want to be best friends. There's no seeds there, sweetheart.
Okay.
Don't put them in those ones yet.
This is in mine.
It'll be interesting to see if this tray grows. Little helpers. No. Don't dump them out. Oh, that's too many. No, that's too many, buddy.
Why?
You only have to put 1 or 2 in each square. That's too many.
Okay.
No more.
I have 2.
That's enough. You have plenty.
Can I have 6?
No, that's.
Yeah, it's me for some salami.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Boat.
Okay, no more. No, stop.
No.
Okay, that's good. Leave them. No. Okay, thank you.
I can't go.
Okay, I think you guys should go find Dad.
Okay. I was getting down and bring the snacks.
I'm sorry. Now the last thing we have is straw flower. So we're going to do the yellow straw flower first because it's opened. This is golden yellow. So these are a 1/16 of an inch and they're tiny little seeds. So we have 1, 2, this is a mix, and this is a mix. We have 3 colors, and these have 16 across. We'll do 4 and do 4 rows of each one. So we definitely have enough seeds because they're tiny little seeds. These seeds are little tiny. And these, I don't care how many I'm putting in a hole. I'm just putting them in. I'm getting tired of seed starting. I'm done. We have the mix. We're going to do 8 rows of this. I already planted some of these this spring and they did really well and I love the colors, so I'm happy to plant more of this. And I'm just planting a ton of seeds in each one. I don't even care. We'll do the cranberry rows, the last 4 rows. All right, so that's it for the trays. Now let's go put them in the under the grow lights. Okay, we are in the office and I've got the trays all set up on the grow lights. So let me. You can see I need to straighten out some of my lights. They're not all straight, and I need to get this row of lights hooked up. I'm missing one dome, so I need to find that. And then I'm missing some of my hangers, the chains that I need to find. But we've got them all set up here on the lights. So technically they don't need light until they start to germinate, till you see the greens starting to come up. But I like to put them on the light to keep them warmer. And especially because this office, I keep it pretty cool in here because of this is our flower processing. So we keep the AC running pretty low. But here they are, all set up, ready to go. So I need to go find the dome for that bottom one and then get the chain set up on this one, and then they will be done. Good. You can see we have my dried flowers up there, seeds that we're saving, poppies, slocias, straw flower. Oh, and then these little cups are mums that I'm rooting. Mums and dahlias. I've never rooted from cuttings before, so I'm trying it, but look at these dahlias. This is exciting. They've got little roots coming out on them. So I paid $75 I paid $25 for 3 cuttings, $25 for each cutting, and I cut these off the top of each one, and I'm rooting them. So that's exciting that I can get double the cuttings from what I bought. And then these are heirloom mums that I'm doing the same thing with, and they are not rooting as well. They've been in here for a while. This is rooting solution, but they're not dying, so it makes me think they're going to do something. But I think they might just take longer. This one probably needs new water, but we'll see what happens. All right, I hope you enjoyed that seed starting and spending the Saturday morning with me. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.